Hey everybody, welcome back to another digital making at home video for the Raspberry Pi Foundation. I'm here with my partner in crime, Xavier.
What's up?
And this week we are making deep sea sushi as part of our Out at Sea theme. And so this is a project that Xavier quite likes, don't you, buddy?
Yeah.
You call it Taco Shark.
Yeah.
But we're going to be going through the deep sea sushi project, and you can get the instructions for this one at rpf.io/dm-sushi. And you can just follow the link and it will get you to that project, so you can get to the instructions there. And we've jumped forward a little way, so you'll see when you get to the instructions you'll actually be on the fourth step, which is setting the scene, because in the deep sea sushi instructions the first little bits are explaining how Scratch works, and we've sort of skipped those bits just for brevity in this one because Xavier already knows how Scratch works, don't you, dude? Yeah. So I'm going to pass across to Xavier now. We're going to go to our scene and I'm going to pass across to Xavier so he can drive. So here's your project, buddy. We've got a brand new Scratch project, so log into your account and open a brand new one, which is what Xavier's got here. So what's the first step we do in our project?
Get out the trash can.
Get rid of the trash can. Yeah, cool. Okay, so we got rid of the cat, and now we're going to go across to our instructions, and we're going to see what it's asking us to do in our deep sea sushi project. Cool. So the first thing it wants us to do is set the scene. So what does it want us to do, Xavier?
It wants us to go into motion and get this block.
Yeah, so we need to switch it to backdrops, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's go to our project and click on the stage down there underneath next to where the cat was before, over here on stage. Cool, so we've already got it selected. You can see that it's nice and blue over stage. That's it. Show everybody what we're talking about.
And then at the back.
Yep, and then click on the backdrops tab up the top there where it says backdrops and has the paintbrush. Cool, and so if you hover down there on the side there where the little picture of the picture is, we can pick one from a backdrop. So pick the backdrop from our list, click that. And we want to do an underwater one. So if you go to the top, there's a button for underwater. Fantastic, and you can pick which one of those ones you like best.
I like this one.
That one, cool. Awesome, so we've got a nice underwater backdrop for our project already gone our way. Let's go back to our instructions and tick that box off. So go up a bit and give it a tick. There it is. Awesome, roll down. Okay, so now we have a cat. We're going to fix that. We're going to add a new sprite, aren't we?
Yeah.
Cool, so let's go back to our project and add a new sprite. We need it to be a shark sprite.
Shark.
So
go into...
No, down the bottom right there where you were, that's right. Yep, click on that one.
Choose a sprite.
And we want it to be a shark. So we might go to animals, yep. And see if there's a good shark sprite that you like. Remember, they're all in alphabetical order, so we're looking to go down to the letter S, where we can find a shark. Alright, so there we go. We got two sharks there. Which one do you like best?
This one or that one? That one's
okay, cool. Alright, so we've got our shark sprite. Fantastic. Let's go back to our instructions and tick it off because we've got ourselves a shark now.
Yep. Yes.
Yep.
Tick
cool. Head down. Alright, so now we can remove the cat costumes, which have already gone because we've got a brand new sprite, but we're still going to have a look at our shark and see what different costumes it has because we might not want all of them. So it's got two different kinds of shark. Which sort of shark would you like to have in your project?
And I could see and change the...
Yeah, when you click the costume, just see it change, that's right.
I would like this one.
So you want to keep the white pointer? Alright, so delete the hammerhead if you don't want him. Click the other costume and just click on the bin. There's a picture of a bin next to the costume itself. That's it.
Just there.
Bam, and it's gone. So now we've got our nice regular white pointer shark. So let's go back to our instructions. We've done that. We've removed our costumes we didn't want. Scroll up a little bit and give it a tick. Oh, we already ticked it. That's good. Okay, let's go down and we click the next part, moving things around. Okay, so now we're going to add some stuff for the shark. So here it says delete all the code you have for the shark, but that's because the instructions we had before, right, gave us a bunch of different code to practice making the cat do stuff. So we don't have to do that. You can tick that top one already. And now we want one of those blocks. What's that one?
When space key press.
Yeah, so go to code. That's it. Now events blocks, good. Drag that in, fantastic. Cool, let's have a look at our instructions, see what we need to change it to, because I don't think it's the space key that we want it to be. So go down a bit, look, so if you click the little arrow beside space, you can see all the keys you can pick from. So we want it to be one for all of the different arrows, left, right, up and down. So let's go back to our code. Okay, so we want it to go when space key, so change that little thing where it says space, we need it to be left arrow. Yep, and then we want one for right arrow, up arrow, and down arrow. So let's get a few more in there.
Wait, yeah.
Yep. Make sure it says right arrow. We want another one. Want it to be up arrow. Yep. So that's it. Pop that down. If you clean up your blocks now. There we go. We got 4. So we got left, right. One's for up and one's for down. Great.
Down.
Boom. So let's have a look at our instructions again and see what the code is that we need to add to it, because we need those motion blocks, don't we? So you can give...
motion -10, and the other one motion move 10 steps.
Cool. So let's go grab some of those, shall we? Let's go grab some motion blocks.
But one just have the minus.
Cool. And that was for the left and the right arrows, wasn't it? So move 10 steps for the right arrow. Yep. Oops. That's okay. You just click the X. That's it. Yep, clip one under right arrow. Yep. And then grab your other one and clip that to left arrow. And the one on the left arrow is the one that needs to have the minus in it. That's it. -10 we want for this one. Oh, that's it. Oh, nearly. You got -1, -10. Ah, here we go. That's okay. Try now. There you go.
And that one's 10.
Cool. So we got it. Let's go back to our instructions. Give it a tick. Cool. Let's head down. Okay. So what we've got now is when we click the right arrow, it will take 10 steps. When we click the left arrow, it will take -10 steps. What we need to do is now we need to go up and we need to go down. So do you remember, if you go back to your Scratch project, which ones are the sideways? Is it X or Y is the sideways ones? It gives you the clue underneath the stage.
X is that way.
Yep.
Y is up.
Fantastic. So we want it to change Y by a certain number when we click up and down, don't we? When we go up, does Y get higher or lower?
Higher.
Good. And when we go down, it gets lower, right? So we want to change Y. You'll see it's on the left-hand side. Scroll down in your motion blocks a bit. You'll see change Y is towards the bottom. There we go. So for up arrow, you want change Y by 10. And for down arrow, you want change Y by... What do you reckon? It's the same as our left and rights. So if it goes 10 to go up, what would it be to go down? Yep, but what would happen in front of the 10? So when we change it by 10, it goes up. If we change it by -10, it will go down by 10. So let's click them in. So change Y by 10 on our up arrow.
Change Y by and
yep,
by
you can,
10.
Yep, you can clip that one to either one, up arrow or down arrow. Yep, and then make sure that the down arrow one says -10. So clip another one in against down arrow. Make it say -10. That's it. Cool. Enter. Cool. So now when you click the green flag, or well, you don't even need to click the green flag, you should just be able to drive your shark with the arrow keys now.
How do you make him turn around?
Good question. We can do that. We can make him turn around in a bit. Let's check our instructions. So let's go to our instructions again and give it a tick because we've done that part now. Yep, and give it a tick. Cool. So keep going down. Right, so now we're going to add some more code. So when green flag clicked, go to 0, 0. Where's 0, 0?
What?
Yep, so let's go to our project. Yep, so when green flag clicked.
That's on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And then another motion block. And we want to say go to, but we want 0, 0. That's it. Next one down. Cool.
And add it here.
Yeah. And then pop 0, 0 in the hole. So 0. And then push tab. So the tab button over there. Push that. Now push 0.
Oh.
Sneaky, right? Yeah, we can move through the fields by using tab. Cool. So now when we click the green flag, our shark's going to go to 0, 0. Click green flag. Where does he go?
Well.
Where is that? Where is that on our screen?
In the middle.
In the very middle, right? 0, 0 is the dead center.
If you just get like that off the screen somewhere.
Yeah.
And then if you just press it.
Straight back to the middle. Nice. Oof. Okay, let's have a look at our instructions. Cool, give it a tick. Awesome, let's go down. Add all the sprites. Yep, so click on that green button. That's it. Give it another click. There we go. Okay, so we want to add a new sprite button.
That's by 100 there, and
yeah, we'll change that in a minute. So add
sprite.
Yeah, let's go back to our project because I think your shark is a little bit big at the minute. Let's change the size of our shark down a little bit.
Like 60?
Yeah, 60 might be a good place to start. If we don't like it, we can always change it again. Good size? Yeah, that's pretty good, man. I mean, because you want him to have some space to move around the screen, right? If he's too big, you won't be able to drive him very far.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Pretty cool. So let's add a new sprite, and this time it's going to be something that the shark will eat. Alright, so in the instructions they recommend you add a little fish, but you can add whatever you want.
Food. Yeah.
Strawberry. Yeah, strawberry. Okay, cool.
So
let's change its size down. You want it to be smaller than the shark, right?
Yeah, so then I'll get it.
Happy with that size?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can change it again if you want. You just got to change the number. Pretty good?
Yeah. And when he... Actually, no, I don't want this sprite. Because if he catches it like a certain amount of times, I think, then he might be able to do it.
So don't run ahead yet. We can fix stuff later, but right now you just need to pick a thing that the shark can eat.
Food. Cupcake. Muffin.
Cupcake? Yeah, cool. That's fine. So change it because that's a pretty massive cupcake right now.
Yep, massive.
Ooh, that's a huge cupcake now.
Oh.
What size did you put in?
Oh, 700.
So we want it to be a small number, right? There we go. That's more of a regular size cupcake.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. So let's leave that there. Let's go back to our instructions. Give it a tick. Okay, so what about the backwards shark? This is what you're asking about. How do we get the shark to change direction? So have a look here. We've got what block do we need now? What's our new block?
Point in the direction.
Fantastic. So let's grab our point in direction block from motion. Click on the shark to make sure we got the shark selected. Oh, yeah. Okay, so now when it says -10, so you want it to go left, go to the point in direction. Yeah, click blocks, go to point in direction. Not that one. Oh. Yeah, that's the one. And put that up underneath your left arrow. So you see how it's got the little arrow? So when it goes to the left, which way do you want it to point? When you push the left arrow, which way do you want the shark to point?
That way.
Cool. So let's make the arrow point that way. And then what does it say in the number?
-90.
-90, right? So 90 degrees is like that, right? That's a square angle. So we go -90, the backward, like reverse anti-clockwise way, right? Yeah. So let's grab that and clip it under our left arrow. Up, up, up. The very top one.
Left.
That's it. Although I'd put that one above the move 10 steps if I were you.
Okay.
Just so that it automatically faces that direction. There we go. And then the next one you want is, so again, you want it to point in direction, but this one you can just leave it as 90 and clip it underneath where it says right arrow. No, put that back.
I'm going to duplicate it.
Nah, that's the long way to go. Put it back, grab the point in direction and just clip it in. I know you love duplicating, and it's like a sneaky trick, but sometimes it's not the easiest way. Yep, above, move 10 steps. Cool.
Yeah.
Yep. And then you can clean up your blocks. Fantastic. So now when you push left and right arrows, what does a big shark do?
What?
What's he doing? He's upside down. So what we want to do is we want to set his rotation. Okay, so go to...
He's still upside down.
That's okay, we can fix it. So what we want to do is we go to looks, and then we go down to... where are we? Oh no, it's in motion, isn't it? Set rotation style, left, right. Right, so we pop that underneath when green flag clicked, and so now when we click the green flag, he'll only ever be upright.
Never go upside down. I'm pointing it that way, and it's going that way.
So what we've got here is we've got him pointing this direction and moving -10 steps. What do we want to change that -10 to?
Just 10.
Just 10. Let's fix it up. 10. Hit enter. Now when you do the left arrow, what does he do?
Start back from the beginning. Yeah, it goes exactly the same way you want it
Cool,
to.
right? So we've got him pointing in a direction. If we tell him to point this way and then take -10 steps, he'll step backwards. We don't want that. Cool.
You like.
All right, back to our instructions. Give it a tick. Cool, give that a tick. That's the way. Let's head down.
Doing pretty good.
All right, so give that one a tick because we worked that out ourselves, didn't we?
Yeah.
Changed the move blocks from -10 to 10. That was good. Okay, and then we set our rotation style. We did that bit too, so you can give that a tick as well. Cool. Remote control fish. Here we go.
Oh, I clicked forever.
So this is for our cupcake.
Yeah,
all
so
right.
it goes wee.
So it swims around. That's right, and our shark can chase it. So have a look at our code. See if you can remember the blocks we need. What do we need?
We need one green flag clicked forever and move 10 steps.
Cool, let's go pop that into our cupcake. So click on the cupcake, make sure you got the cupcake selected. Cool. So when green flag.
And then control.
Yeah.
Or forever.
Forever, very good.
And then I need a motion, move 10 steps.
Awesome. Cool,
Yeah.
so when you do that, before you click go, what do you think it will do? So when you click the green flag, what is the cupcake going to do?
Wee.
It's going to go zoom, zipping off the side, right? Should we test your theory?
Wee.
Whoa, there it goes. Okay, cool. So let's go, let's push stop.
It just says move 10 steps. So
Right.
I'm just going to go move 10 steps.
Right, it's just going to keep moving 10 steps forever, right? Until it gets to the end, that's right. So
We're going to stop until it gets to the end.
cool. So let's click stop. Go back to our instructions. Right, so we can give that one a tick because we've done that one. Let's scroll down a little bit more. Okay, so now we've clicked the green flag, we saw what happens, and you correctly predicted what would happen. The little cupcake just ran straight off the edge, so you can give that block a tick up there. Okay, so now we need to slow the fish down. What are we going to put in to slow it down? A weight block, yeah, but I don't think we want it to be 1 second. Scroll down a little bit and see what the instructions tell us.
Wait 0.5.
0.5 seconds. So let's go back to that and pop one of those in. Control, yep. Wait.
Wait 0.5.
Very good. Cool. Hit enter. Done. All right. Let's go back to our instructions and have a look. So it should drag it back first. So drag your cupcake back. As soon as you let go, it's going to run away.
But slower.
Much slower, right?
Now
So that's cool.
all we want to do is just go make it go like all the way around the screen everywhere.
Okay. So stop it. Let's do that. Go back to the instructions. Give it a tick.
Yep.
Go down a bit. So next thing we want is if on edge bounce. So let's go down a little bit. Okay, so can you see the 2 blocks we need to add in? What are our 2 new ones?
This one
Yep.
and this one.
That one, okay. So let's go do that to our cupcake now. So they're both motion blocks. So at the top we want set our rotation style. So scroll down a little bit in your motion blocks. Set rotation styles right at the bottom. There it is. Pop that in under green flag. And then we want if on edge bounce, which is just above your set rotation block. We want that under weight 0.5. Awesome. Cool.
We're going to keep going. That's going to go back.
Alright, cool. Alright, so
if it goes to the edge, bounce off.
it bounces off, that's right. That's what if on edge bounce does, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So let's go back to our deep sea sushi instructions and give that one a tick. Cool, heading down a bit more. Now look, we're adding a new block. What's this one going to do?
It makes it going to turn around and then keep going.
Right, awesome. So let's go back to it.
But turn 10 degrees. Which one is it?
It's a motion block again, so scroll up a bit. Keep going, there it is.
And where do I put it? Oh, just
Yeah, in there.
Yeah. Move. Yeah, can we make it a bit faster so then?
Yeah, change your weight number. Make it smaller, 0 point something smaller. We're going to make it.
3.
Yeah, sure, go for it. Right, so if you click in there, you can actually, if you watch, here, so click in the number. Right, if we go like this and push the right arrow to go to the end, if you go like this, watch the cupcake, ready? Now if we put a number, right, slows it down a bit, we can put a bigger number and it slows it down a bit more. Bigger number, slows it down a bit more, right? Or we can just have 0. It doesn't slow it down at all. Alright, so what number would you like? 0 point what?
0.0.
You just want it to be 0.
Yeah, just 0 then. Yes.
Alright, so it's zipping around now, look how fast it's going.
Whee!
Okay, but it's sort of walking in circles the whole
Yeah,
time,
it's just
isn't
going
it?
in circles,
So
'cause
let's
that
go
one-
back to our instructions to see if we can make something cool out of that. Let's go down, give it a tick. Okay, let's go down a bit. Here we go. What are we changing?
Oh, pick random so don't go there. Just go random place. Keep going randomly.
Cool, so let's grab a random. Now operators section, so it's going to choose a random number for us, and you can change those random numbers to be whatever you want. So pop that into our turn block, cool, and then you can make it 1 to whatever degrees you want. What's the maximum number of degrees in a circle? How many degrees are there in a whole circle? Remember?
5?
No.
10?
A lot more than that. 360 degrees in a whole circle.
Whoa.
Right, so we haven't done a lot of geometry yet, have we, in our maths?
I've done 0 in my class.
Yeah, that's right. So we're going to do some. We'll do some later,
I
alright?
basically don't know what it is.
So the circle has got 360 degrees all the way around in it, right? So you know how when people do tricks on skateboards, they do a 360?
Yeah.
That means they spin all the way around and come facing the same way again. Right? So you can pick a number. What's half of 360? It's 180, right? So when people do a 180, that means they go facing this way, facing that way. Right? You face back the way you came, that's a 180. So I reckon your big number can be 180. And we'll see what it does to our random cupcake. Whoa, look at him go.
What?
Right, so
That's
maybe
a
make it
little
something a
bit.
bit smaller. Maybe 180 is too big, right? So let's...
I think I know.
What are you going to make it?
Less than that, I guess.
Yeah. I'd say something 100 or less, I reckon. Something less, 100 or less.
80.
80.
Hmm?
Right, that's okay. That's cool. Let's go back to our deep sea sushi. Have a look down. So we've run the code, so we can click our green flag.
Yeah. There? Yeah.
Yeah. And then we can go fishing. We go up to the next part. So this is what happens when we catch the fish. Right, so look, here we go. So we need to add that if-then block. So let's go to our code. And we want our if-then. So that's in our control.
Control.
We want if-then.
If.
So that's the one. Plug it in under your turn. Underneath. You don't want it to be. That's it. Now we need a sensing block. So in your light blue ones and your sky blue ones, we want an if touching. That's it. Clip that in and then pull down the little menu so it says shark. Choose the little menu and find shark in there. Boom. If touching shark then. So what's going to do now is going to keep running around and stuff until the shark touches it. We haven't told it to do anything yet, have we?
It just goes past it and through it, and then nothing happens.
Right, so let's add some code to make something happen. So let's go back to our instructions. So and then click you can tick that one off. Cool. And so what do you want it to have happen when it touches the shark? What should the cupcake do when it touches the shark? It should go away, right? And how do we do that in Scratch? What's the block we use to make something go away?
Little.
No, not delete. There's a clue there. Have a look at that. What's the block we're looking for?
Hide.
Hide. Awesome. So let's go back to our Scratch project. Yep. And go to our looks.
That's not really a clue. That just tells you.
Sure. It's a bit more than a clue, and it's the answer.
Yeah.
So let's plug hide in there. So if touching shark, then hide.
Here.
Yeah, cool. Right. So now it's touched the shark. It's disappeared. Cool. Let's go back to our instructions to see what else we need to do, because we want it to come back, don't we? So click that tick. Cool, and now we need to put the show, look, at the very start of the fish code so you can reset the game. So in our cupcake code, we need a show block to be right underneath our green flag block. So there's show, it's a nice little short one. Plug that in under our green flag, yep. And so now when you click the green flag, it shows up again. Disappears. When we click the green flag, it'll come back.
Don't you want it to just come back straight away?
Well, we can do that in a minute, right? Let's work that out. Let's see if we can add that later. So go back to our instructions. Cool. Tick it off. Head down. So, look, here we go. This is how we do it. So, let's go back to our code. Back to our cupcake. So, once our cupcake disappears, what do you want it to do in your game? What would you like it to do next?
Just come back straight after.
Come back exactly where it was, or come back somewhere else?
Come back somewhere else.
Right, so we can do that, but how long do you want it to be disappeared for? So like once the shark eats it, it disappears. How long should it be disappeared for?
1 second.
1 second. That's a good long time in a game, right? You don't want anything lasting too many seconds in a game. So let's go to our control. Grab a wait block and plug that in under where it says hide. That's the way. And now what we want to do is we want it to go somewhere else. So go to motion and you'll see there's a block in that says go to random position. That's it. Go to random. Plug that in under wait 1 second. And the next thing we want it to do is what? Come back.
Yeah.
Right? So how do we get it to come back?
random.
Yep, so we've got our random block in there already. What's the next one?
Sure.
Cool. So let's have it show up again. Go to looks. There's show. Let's scroll down a bit. It's a short one. There it is. Show. Drag it across and plug it in at the bottom. Is it? Yep. Oh, I think we missed it. Scroll down a little bit. Where did it go? Clean up your blocks. Wonder if we missed it. Oh, we can't. No, I don't know where it went. It disappeared. So grab another show and plug it in underneath random position. Up a bit. Oh, no, you want to be inside that next loop. That's it. Perfect. Yeah. Cool. So now, there we go. So now you can eat it with your shark. Oh, disappears. Wait 1 second. Oh, comes back. There it is.
You come back here.
Cool. Yeah, all right. Back to our instructions. Let's keep going. Give it a tick. Great. Let's go down. Keeping score. This is the next cool bit. You think you know?
It adds up the scores.
Yeah, it adds up the score. So what do we have to make in order to keep our score?
Make a variable.
Make a variable. You remember how to do that? Yeah? Cool. Let's go back to our Scratch instructions. So variables are kind of like empty jars, aren't they, that save things in them. So let's make a new variable. And what are we going to call it?
Make a variable?
Yep. And what are we going to call our variable? What's the thing we're keeping track of?
Score.
Score. All right. It's a good idea to call your variables sensible things. Because, I mean, you could call it anything you want, right? What's a silly thing you could call it?
Cheese.
Cheese, right? But that doesn't make any sense. Because people won't go, people are like, where's the cheese in this game? Why is this thing called cheese? All right. So finish typing up. Score. E. Awesome. Hit enter. Cool. So now we have a variable called score. And so what we want it to do is, it's not going to change though because we haven't added any code to make it change anything.
Yeah, because it's just going to show you the score and the 0 scores.
Right. So how do we make it change our score? There's a block there for it. Have a look. Should be someone that says change my variable. So pull down my variable and make it say score. One that says change. Change. That's the one. Get the menu, pull it. Yep. You can drag it in if you want, or you can just drop that down first. That's it. Score. Cool. And so now that one, when do we want it to change the score? When should you get another point?
When you eat.
When you eat it. So where's the part of our code that shows us when we eat it, when it touches the shark? So plug your bit of change score in. Yeah, plug that in. Down there inside that. So above that, I'd go to the very top of our when touching shark. Whoa. Down, 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 down. There we go. Bam. So if touching shark, change score by 1, disappear, wait a second, go somewhere weird, come back. Look, score's gone up. And now what else should it do when you eat the cupcake? How would the player know they've eaten the cupcake? What should we add?
Chomping?
A chomping sound, your favourite part. So let's go to our sounds. Oh, we've already got a chomp sound, look. Go and click it again. You happy with that chomp sound?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So let's go to our code.
Yeah, okay.
So back to our code.
Yeah, I like it.
Oh, you've already added the sound. You don't need to add a new one. Back. Code.
Code.
And then go to sound.
Sound.
And then drag in the one that says start sound chomp underneath where your score changes.
Yeah?
Yep, underneath where your score changes. Perfect. So now when you eat the cupcake with your shark. Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Nice work, man. We got a game. And what happens when you click the green flag? Oh, your score's still 9. Should we make it go back to 0 when your game starts?
Yeah.
Alright, so stop your game. Click stop. This will be the last thing we do for this one. Cool. Now let's go back to our back to our variable, sorry. And we want the one that says set my variable to 0 and plug that in under your green flag. Up under your green flag, way up the top.
At the very top.
That's it, and change it to score. Make sure it's changing your score to 0. That's the way. Cool. So now click the green flag and your score should go back to 0. Your shark could go to the middle, and there's your cupcake swimming around.
Yeah, pretty cool. I think.
Nice work, man. Awesome game. So thanks for tuning in to us with this one, everybody. It's a nice, like, little simple game that Xavier's made. I'll do some bonus features videos for this one later to add a few cool functions to it to make your games a little bit more polished and a little different. But yeah, keep tuning in at rpf.io/home. Share your amazing games with us. We love it when the community gets in touch with us. If you've got ideas for a project you'd like us to do or something you'd like us to do on the live stream every week, get in touch with us through rpf.io/home as well. And we'll see you next week. Catch you later, everybody. Say bye, dude.
Bye.
Bye, guys.